So back 9 of last round. Very, very good. Right? We get the gears going. We battle back to an 11 under in round 1. Now, we're moving back from the green tees to the white tees. Winds are getting a little stronger out of the northwest. We've got moderates, though, so greens are going to slow down, winds are up, and we're further back. The big thing is that our swing was starting to actually feel a little more natural. And so with that, hopefully we can find some scoring in the front 9 here. That's going to be key if we're to make a return in this tournament. All right, a little bit slow, but at least the swing plane is good. Moderate fairways, so we're gonna stop before the rough. Okay, we are good. Thought because it stayed up it was playable, haven't dealt with it before. Yeah, I mean, it technically is playable by the, I don't know, it's a tough thing. I don't know that you're gonna get any sympathy from the commissioner, but it is worth, it's always worth the shot. 7-iron is gonna be a few yards short, eh? Yeah, some designers like don't OB anything, so you could definitely get yourself in some trouble. It's like it's a blessing and a curse, because some places you can play out of still, and it's fine. Others, just no shot. All right, so this is carrying 18 yards past now. I think this is gonna be too long, so I think if we play a little bit of fade, touch a loft on it, hopefully we can get this shot to sit down. Better swing, we're out to the right. Oh, we're carrying too far still. So it does put the brakes on, but we just did not take enough off of that shot. Okay. We are leaving ourselves with a lot of downhill putts today. Lots and lots and lots of downhill putts. Now, I think this is one that should come out pretty straight. And then start turning just a little bit. Come on! There we go! I don't know what that little high-pitched thing was, but hey, making a birdie on the front 9? Who would have thought? $10,000 bounty to have the fastest run by the 10th, and it's been found to be an extremely painful run because it relies on precise physics interactions to get launched across the map. Very entertaining to see top-level speedrunners from so many game series collectively. No, I've never heard of that game, but it does sound entertaining. Okay. So I think this is gonna be again. I think if we take driver, we just end up too far. So I'm gonna take 3-wood. That ended up counting as a, yeah, we pulled our shot a little bit and fasted it with that wind. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that is not good. Okay, distance is fine, and we do have a little bit of room to work with. The problem now stands at the fact that we're on a downhill lie. So I have a feeling that this gap wedge is actually long. We do something like this, maybe we can get this gap wedge in a spot where we can actually stop it and maybe salvage this a little bit. %. Now I've gotta hope. Cause we underhit that. I think with how flat this is, we have to try and putt it. Yeah, if that's got more break on it, I'm chipping it. But with that just little bit of bend in the green, I'm gonna try and figure out what I think that power looks like and just send it up there. Okay, so we've got a layup par 5. We've got a layup par 5. Or like semi layup. How about we call it risky business? Try and shoot it up this gap, get as far as we can. Because if we hit a nice drive and this gets up a decent amount, now I'm not trying to overpower or anything, but if it gets out far enough, we have maybe a chance. Yeah, 233 and uphill. Like now we have a chance to take a shot at it. So definitely had to get ourselves up at least a little bit. Now what do we think? I think this 3-wood actually carries long. Like straight up is just long. Or maybe it carries a little bit short. It is uphill, but it's gonna take away some of the. It's the rollout on this. So I think I have to play just like a little bit of draw and maybe loft it a bit to try and stop some of it. A little slow, but I pulled it. Let's see how the yardage is. Oh, I 102'd it, so definitely a little bit much. All right. That wind really from that uphill plays way more. Or like plays way less rather. So hybrid might have been the play. Kyle, you might have been right. You might have been right. We're 12 yards long. But there's a 19-yard gap. So I think coming off of the fairway, I still think, I don't know, I think into the wind that hybrid is probably about 20 feet short. I think we're closer with the hybrid. But I definitely know that we're in between clubs for sure. Luke is coming in with the raid. How's it going, man? What were you up to? Hope all went well. All right, well, we're on the green. We've got to look at eagle. And I think at the end of the day, that is the part here that matters the most. I underhit that. Soft. Soft. Gotta make sure I commit to that putt, hit it a little bit firmer. But it's 3 birdies in a row nonetheless. Hey, welcome back, McTrees. Hit the 3 with 100%, then probably only about 78 yards long. And then have the 19-yard gap to hybrid. That's true. That's true. The 19-yard gap to hybrid from where I was there would have to do with like, yeah, if I hit the hybrid 102 as well. So, true. Try your first 50 under event in Plat? Semi-consistent for a change? Nice, dude. Very, very nice. What's going on, Shotzi? But you didn't go there, so I 50 in the pass out, so it doesn't count. Those are the rules. I don't make them. Hey, welcome back, Hey Cat. Okay, so again, we're in between clubs. 7 iron. 7 iron's just definitely gonna be short, I think. But maybe if we draw it. Maybe if we draw this 7 iron, we can get it chasing. How uphill is it? It's uphill a little bit. Slowed it. Okay, we're at least gonna get back on the green. But slow is definitely short. Slow is definitely short. Waiting for the workday to finish up. Hopefully the rest of the workday is not too painful. Okay, I have to hit this one. I have to hit this one. Last one we were short. Okay. Solid read. Solid read. A little bit off, but we got the power, and that was the big thing. That was the big thing. Man walked with swag shoulders after a 2-putt. I don't really get that. You know, normally swag shoulders come out after like the big eagles. So I'm not really sure what my man was thinking there, but he's feeling something. He's feeling something. Also, back-to-back slows here, so we gotta swing with just a little bit more commitment. Yeah, there's the clip for you, Lucas. There's the clip for you. So got 10-mile-an-hour wind cutting in on a diagonal like this. I think I have to play the 8. Wind's in even more now. Gotta give it some D-loft. Perfect. It's like 13. So, hey, Kat, I'm pretty sure that if you turn it like this and it touches the bottom tip, I think that's 12. So it's a little bit below it, so I'm playing it as like 10. Yeah, so the hard part for me in the last game, the A marker was a little bit lower, so you had more reference points, but at least for the higher wins, I try and find different reference points on it, you know, what it looks like that way, or here on a tip, like, just using different points and different rotations to kind of be like, okay, well, if I aim it this way and it touches this or it's short of this, try and give yourself some markers. I think we can get ourselves down to a flop. It's a weird looking swing plane, but the tempo was nice. Right down Broadway. Right down Broadway. This might be a little bit outside of my range, yeah. Okay. Gap wedge flop. Gap wedge flop. There it is. There it is. Just screenshot all the wins and shop them into one page. Don't care that much personally. Guess you might as well, though. Keep getting grouped with the best players. Well, so the thing is, the wins are gonna be a little bit different person to person. Depending on your clubs. I think people's clubs are probably fairly similar in distance, but slight tweaks. But yeah, the win, generally speaking, like how they play is gonna be pretty identical. Hey, how's it going, kids? All right, so we broke the game. We've broken it. We hit a good shot, hole it out, and now the game is like, I gotta check that. I gotta check that. Come on, don't kill my mojo like this. Need the game to load. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. I was getting danger close to shutting everything down and restarting the game. All right, so we took the we need to score more on the we need to score more on the front nine very personally. Very, very personally. So, what is the play here? What is the play here? You put this out 239 yards out into here. Yeah, I think this is the smart play. Part of me wants to try and put like a big draw and run it out here and try and chip up and over, but I think I'm just gonna take hybrid. I think I'm gonna take hybrid, find fairway, give myself a full wedge, and trust that that's the right decision. Bomb and pray for you. Yeah, it's... I just get a little bit nervous, is all. I just get a little bit nervous when I do that, so... Gonna try and put a little bit of faith in my full swings, you know? I use Sculptor, Kyle. Underhit it just a little bit, but the line is really nice. So played that lie and wind. We're trying to hit 100 to 101, so we are a little bit off. Okay, it's downhill behind, but it's fairly straight to it, so I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit this with some speed. I'm gonna hit this with some speed. try and find center cup. There we go. I don't know why the cup doesn't want to make a sound when it goes in, but there are other game noises, so I know that it's not completely silent. Time for no, absolutely. There are times where if you're feeling it and if there's enough of an upside, I kind of the way that I always look at it is if there's enough upside, then sure there might be a hero shot to be had. But I also know what kind of shots I like, what kind of shots I don't, and you know, just try and work it out the best that I can. All right, so wind and downhill lie gonna take us out a bit. I think we do just take this 5-iron. I think the game plan here is to try and hit the slope of the front edge of the green and run up. Because we don't really, I don't think I want to be long and down in the Biarritz, but I did pull this one. Let's see where we end up. Yeah, that's tough. That's really, really tough. I don't know, because if you take the next club, like, you're in the Biarritz, and then you've got to try and... You definitely have an uphill putt, but I don't know what the ideal situation is on this. You did take this round, so maybe you should have played it like that. Hindsight's always 20/20. Because you can take all the dangerous shots and, you know, have like a really good round on swing plane and tempo and everything, right? Like you hit all your shots and then you look the part. It's when it goes sideways that's when you're always contemplating, did I make the wrong choice? Okay, so chip shot. We gotta hit. We gotta swing at it. It's too high. I think we pulled it just a little bit out there to the left. That's an incredibly tough hole. I don't think that hole is playing under par. Or if it is, it's barely under par and you're not getting a whole lot of scoring on it. So I'm not too overly concerned about that. Just playing a big fade with the wind and try and get this down into this little valley because it'll roll out. Let's try and get it as far down here as we possibly can. 14 under, 7 under, and then 15 under with round 4 still to go. So yeah, just a little bit roller coastery, eh? That pin is back there. I think we would have had to overpower if we wanted to really have like any shot at it. Hole 8's playing the hardest through 2 rounds. Yeah, that it's a long par 3 with the Biarritz, so yeah, it's just at that distance with that tailwind, it's so hard to stop that ball in that narrow spot. So I'm not too surprised. Get a nice 3-wood down here. Just trying to find the green, trying to get it back to the back portion of the green. It'll be a long putt, but just trying to have a look where we don't have that big left to right swale in the way. And honestly, I think that's a great approach. It's 50 feet, but like, I don't really know how you go about that too differently. So long eagle putt. It's gonna be a lot of pace, a lot of turning. I mean, like you're hitting it pretty hard. Something like this.
Seasons keep changing like trends. Fashion technology ought to be thin. When you drop it from like 4 stories, order me again. Seem like the world is a game, I never win. The feeling is depression that I start to attend. My mind
It's gotta make sure we get the right power on this putt.
Holding the heritage of aquarium. Don't you hear sirens up in your area? There he go. Born to the
I think that's the biggest thing that I have to remind myself of on chips and putts is just getting my power. That's a great read, by the way. Fantastic lag. Really good run at it. Ever heard a song on this stream with words? Lucas, there are a fair number of them with words. Just saying. The music's just very quiet, so you probably don't normally hear a lot of it. Miracle Whip, thank you for the follow. Okay, so driving doesn't really give us anything. Pretty much gives us a sand shot that we'd have to splash uphill, which is not the worst thing. But I think, generally speaking...
You seek the Holy Grail.
Lobo, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you, guys. So what, you're gonna have a little bit of an uphill shot. If you get it down far enough, though, you could flop this, and I do like me a flop shot. Kind of a weird swing plane. I was trying to get the overpower because I am trying to feed this as far down to the right as I can. Roll out, please. Just get to a flatter spot than that. I don't really want to, like, horrible swing plane. Oh, man. Am I actually... Maybe I'm chipping this? It's uphill, downhill live, but... That might not be bad. Takes 9.8 gigs, and you've got 300 gigabytes free. Do you need to make room for this game? No, it's only 9. Yeah, it's not a huge game. All right, the only question is how does that kicks to the right up here? So I'm gonna play it out a little more to the left. Okay, chip shot. Gotta swing at it. Gotta swing at it. There it is. Oh wow, that was way more of a kick and roll than I'm ever expecting. Jeez. I mean, we needed to get it up there, but I thought it might sit a little better than that. Probably that downhill lie just absolutely launches it. All right, well, we made an educated guess and we were wrong, so we learned something. Definitely need to be playing with some brakes on it, but I'm happy with the way that we hit the shot. I mean, it was exactly the shot that we were trying to hit. The outcome was just not great, so. Sometimes that's how it goes. We're gonna get this out there. We're gonna ride the ridge. Then we're gonna go in the back of the cup. Turn. Turn. Straighten. In. I underhit it. Oh, I underhit it by just a hair. Oh man. All right, we're getting good looks at him. We are getting good looks at him. Just leaving him just a little bit off. This round is 134. Last round was 148 on default. So I mean, what, this carries out about 175, then you get some wind tailing behind it, so you're probably landing in the 180s. I don't know that we're gonna gather enough momentum with this. I think maybe if I play a little bit of shot shaping, try and get this wind working in our favor, we can maybe get a nice bounce and roll out from the 8-iron here. Spit it onto the green. Settle. Just like that. Just like that. Work the 8-iron ever so slightly. Next week when we go to Oranmore and put on the 101 green speeds, Pat. Yeah, we're gonna slow it way down. Slow it way down. But I think it's really cool when courses are built that way, like they're designed around the slower greens. Yeah, we get so used. Oh boy, that's not good. Are we playing a punch shot up? Oh god, this is even worse. Okay. We seem to have run into a slight hiccup. Trees are 90% area, but I don't think the trunk... I think the trunk counts as the 10%, Bredalin. I can't ask for much more than that. I mean... Probably best I could have done was go... I should have, with that much shape, gone up more. Should have picked a slightly longer club. But I've honestly, I've got to be pretty stoked about that. Sit. You can stop any time now. No, you're not going to stop any time now. Roger that. Okay, we had good success. We had good success with the putter earlier. So maybe we have good success with the putter again. It's a good give. I guess the biggest mistake there is I went for an overpower to try and clear the tree, and instead I ended up pushing myself into the tree, so... Yeah, we pay the price. We pay the price. You get stuck behind that, and I probably need to be pulling out a longer club because I'm trying to shape it that much. The fact that I was even able to get it back somewhat close is really good. 239. 240, 38 to 230, no, 236 to 234, and then wind. So I think hybrid's gonna be the play. See what this swing looks like. Cause I've been really liking doing this to help me figure out what line I want to take. And then I think what I want to do, because of the way, well, I think we're gonna be just trying to make sure we stay out of the way of that tree. Is really what it comes down to. I don't need tree business again. Well, I pushed it. And actually, look at that. We're that far to the left with the push to the right, so clearly oh, keep going. No, you can go down the hill. Clearly I didn't trust my gut enough. You know, I'm still trying to play it safe. Hey, Bentikers, just downloaded 2K23. Let's go. Let the learning begin. Alright, tough putt. Gives us a look at eagle. I think I actually need quite a bit more on this. Oh, it's gonna go low. Oh. Such a good read, good pace, just a little bit off. I mean, that's kind of been the trend. Played at 21 a fair bit, but want to try and take it serious. Get into it, get grinding. Get into the tours. You're gonna be sucked in. Absolutely sucked in. Snack, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Okay, so 258. If we can get a little bit of wind here and out to that, then we get. I think if we can find the fairway, I think that's gonna be where we want to be. I don't really want to be trying. I don't really want to be trying to pitch this with the tailwind. I think I want to have the wedge. Hopefully it's the right call. I mean, it's pretty well been the right call for us. It is windy though, so we're gonna have to play some shape into the sand wedge. Try and get some distance taken back out here. Because this probably is carrying out, I would have to guess, into like the low 30s. So that would be somewhere like pin high, that, and then there. That's at least the guess that I'm making, and I'm hoping it's a good guess. And we pulled it and we hit it fast, so it's gonna carry a bit longer. Well, got into my feelings a little bit. Got into my feelings a little bit with that one. Man, we've been having good success with the putter, and we're going into a downhill, so maybe, just maybe, that's the way to go on this. I think the only thing I'm gonna have to make sure of here is we want to be here. It's downhill. This is kind of the guessing game part of it. That's the overhit. And then we need fairway. Gotta make sure that we get enough power off of this fairway. That's it. Good pace. Read it a little bit too much break. That's okay. Finding good success today with the fringe putting, so I'm gonna stick with it if we feel like there's a flat enough spot for us to go. I think I'm gonna be sticking with that fringe putting. Hey, Fisher coming in with the raid. Thank you, man. How was the stream? Get some good rounds in. That's slow. We're gonna get away with it here. How we looking? Think this is gonna be a good yardage for us. Yeah. So we're in between gap and pitching wedge here. We've got a little bit of wind coming in. Our live percentage gonna knock us back just a little bit. I think just give it a little bit of backspin for a slightly softer landing here. Little fast. Just takes us offline a little bit, but dialing in a pretty good number here. 3,600 on CC. Hopefully you'll be in CCD after this week. That's what I'm talking about. Get after it. Climb the ranks. Let's make a putt. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Get the scoring going back again. Had a really strong start. We want to keep that up as much as possible on this back nine. I know we had the bogey, but that is behind us. Doesn't mean we can't score again. 8 iron, a little bit on the diagonal. Oh, man. Okay. Downhill in the overhit, because we always try and hit that 101. That's just our comfy spot. So I think the carry is going to be somewhere out around 177. You get the wind back in the face, 165, a little bit shorter than that. I think we give it just a little bit of D-loft. Go chasing. That was slow. It's not as slow as I thought. The 102 is gonna make up for some of that distance, but we're gonna be outright. Yeah. Did not give the swing we'd like to see. Oh man, it's one of those putts. One of those putts where it just drifts. It just drifts. So these are the ones that they do break, but it's definitely not a ton. So I'm hoping that I'm not misreading this too much. Well, I need a little turn. Little more. Little more. That right there, precisely what I was afraid of. That right there was precisely what I was afraid of, is that we were gonna be overreading it, but I think we've, at this point, would just always rather be on that high side than keep missing everything low. A little bit of a pull fast. Wind is keeping it just a little right. Trees are 90% air. Okay. Drive turns out exactly as we need it to be. Drive turns out exactly as we need it to be. That is a very protected pin, so we are not getting after it for the albatross. But what we can do here is take this 6-iron and float this shot out to the right-hand side of the green and leave ourselves an eagle putt. And just try and make the long eagle. Pushed it. And that's gotta put us in the rough. Not terrible, though. Not terrible. Would have been a very long putt. Would have been a very long putt. So we're just gonna have to hit a nice one here. Give this some breaks. We're not trying to lose this shot too far out. Okay, and then the reminder for ourselves with the chip shot is swing at it. Take it. Take it. A little fast, but a birdie nonetheless. Yeah, I play with controller. We're on PS5. So we are controllering it up. Okay, I think this is, again, the same situation. You don't want to lay it up and leave yourselves... You don't want a 4-iron approach shot on a par 4. That is just... That's just not the game that we are trying to play. So trust your driver, hit your shot, and figure it out from there. That's another one up the right-hand side. And I think this is a deja vu to round 1. This time, though, we get to the light rough. This time we get to the light rough. I don't know where that leak is coming from again. But we're at least getting away with it a little bit. So land it somewhere in between there. Little bit of rollout. Ball's gonna come out to the right or the left. What is that gonna? It's gonna scoop out there to the left, I feel like. We dialed up the distance. The swing's been leaking a little bit to the right on these past couple of shots. Unfortunate, it is what it is. But let's cap this one off with a putt. Get in the clubhouse at 23. It really do be like that sometimes. It really do be like that sometimes. So, not as much scoring on the back. We end up We end up 2 rounds of the same score. This time we flip-flopped it. Most of the scoring came in the start. Back 9 was a little bit tougher, but consistent rounds, fairly solid, not quite as strong as we'd like to be, but sometimes that's how it goes. We'll try and get after it in the weekend, keep ourselves out of demo marks, and see how high we can climb the leaderboard.